All right, let's talk about prompt engineering. If you're a cloud architect using large language models like Vertex AI, you know how powerful they can be. But, getting them to give you exactly what you need, that's a whole other skill. Today, we're going to break down how to write prompts that get you precise, production-ready results. This is going to totally change how you use these tools.
So, does this look familiar? You ask your AI what seems like a simple question. You're expecting some brilliant insight, and what you get back is, well, it's just not helpful at all. Trust me, you are not alone. It's probably the #1 frustration when you're just starting out with LLMs.
I mean, just look at this. On the left, a totally reasonable request, right? Summarize this design doc. But the response on the right, wow, it's completely circular, it's totally useless. The thing is, the problem isn't the AI, it's the instruction. And that's exactly what we're here to fix. So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about why this communication gap exists. Then we'll literally dissect what makes a great prompt. After that, we'll add some real power user techniques, and we'll wrap it all up in a template you can start using immediately.
Okay, so first up, let's get to the root of the problem, this communication gap. You've got to realize that an LLM isn't a mind reader, not at all. It's an engine that follows instructions to the letter. So the issue isn't some flaw in the AI, it's really about the clarity of our instructions. And this right here, this is the golden rule of prompt engineering. You have to think of the AI as the smartest, but also the most literal-minded junior engineer on your team. If you give him vague instructions, you're going to get vague results. But if you give sharp, detailed instructions, well, you get sharp, detailed results. It's really that simple. Okay, so if it's all about better instructions, how do we actually do that? Well, we start by building a better prompt. A truly great prompt isn't just a question. No, it's a structured request, and it has 3 core building blocks. These 3 right here, these are the pillars of a powerful prompt. You start by assigning a persona, which basically tells the AI who to be. Then you provide context, that's the background info. And finally, you define the task, the very specific thing you want it to do. Let's dig into each one. So here's how these pieces fit together. The persona sets the expertise. For us, that might be something like, you are a senior multi-cloud architect. The context gives it the why, like we're looking at a production outage timeline. And the task is the specific actionable thing to do, like identify the root cause. Putting these 3 together is how you go from getting just noise to getting a valuable signal. So once you've got that basic structure down, we can really start to level up. Let's add in a few advanced techniques to get results that are truly ready for prime time, for those complex architectural tasks you deal with every day. Okay, our first power-up is something called few-shot prompting. It sounds kind of technical, but the idea is incredibly simple. You just teach it by example. So instead of only telling the AI what to do, you actually show it what a great output looks like. The AI sees the pattern and learns to follow it. And here's a perfect example. See what's happening? You give it one input and the one desired output. Bam, you've set the pattern. Then you give it the real data and just say, follow that pattern. This is hands down one of the best ways to control the structure and style of what the AI gives you back. Now, besides just showing examples, you can bake business rules right into your prompt. This gives you even more control. You can specify the tone of voice. Is this for an exec or for a fellow engineer? You can demand specific formatting, like give it to me in markdown tables. And super important, you can set up guardrails, telling it what not to do, like do not include any PII. All right, time for the grand finale. Let's put all these pieces together. We're going to go back to that awful prompt from the beginning, the one about the design doc, and we're going to completely transform it using everything we've just learned. Just look at the difference here. It's night and day. On the left, the vague, raw prompt. On the right, our new and improved version. We gave it a persona, as a senior architect. We gave it context, for a technical review. The task is now super specific. Summarize the key trade-offs. And we even added a formatting constraint. Format as a bulleted list. All that ambiguity from before, poof, gone. And here is the payoff. On the left, that useless response. But on the right, the output from our new prompt is exactly what an architect needs. It pulls out the specific trade-offs between cost and performance, scalability and simplicity. This is actionable intelligence, not just some bland summary. And it's all in the exact format we asked for. Okay, one last pro tip before we wrap up. Your best prompts are going to evolve over time. The absolute key is to log everything. the prompts you try, and the responses you get back. This creates a powerful feedback loop. You'll figure out what works, refine it, and build a library of amazing prompts for your whole team. So, to make this all super practical, here it is. This is your reusable template. It's got everything we talked about: persona, context, task, a spot for your examples, and your constraints. You can literally just copy this, fill in the blanks for whatever you're working on, and start getting way, way better results from Vertex AI today. This isn't just about getting better summaries. It's about being able to hand off complex analytical tasks to your AI partner. That frees you up to focus on the big picture, on real architecture and strategy. So the real question is, now that you have this power, what are you going to build with it?